Next question is from Danielle Pisano. What exercise, if any, would the Smith machine triumph over a barbell for an advanced lifter, given they have access to both?
Yeah, I picked this one because I know Justin would want to pull his hair out.
I want to slap this question.
I tell you what, I'll say this, okay? And
I have some.
So do I.
Yeah.
I would look. For most people, 90% of people.
The push-up. There you go. There's my answer.
A coat hanger.
Usually that's what I would do for, right? Push up or body row. But for 90% of people, you don't really need to use a Smith machine. Now, for the 10% out there that are advanced, a Smith machine, you can really target and isolate and squeeze muscles because you don't have to worry so much about balance. Like, for example, if you do an incline barbell chest press or a barbell bench press on a Smith machine versus with a barbell, with the Smith machine, you can focus just on really squeezing the pecs. So for bodybuilding purposes, when you're advanced, I could see it having value with a lot of different exercises. Same thing with barbell row. You do a barbell row versus a row on a Smith machine. With the Smith machine, you can really just focus on squeezing the lats and the muscles of the back versus having to balance the bar. But for most people, I don't see
for
for
chest and shoulders and training hypertrophy and the ability to take it up to failure without deviating in form and not worrying that someone's going to catch it because you don't need a spotter.
And it's on the same track.
Or doing drop sets, I could see value in it. Now, I never like to use it for lower body. I think that's where the most controversy is with, and here's my theory on that. And I know there's people that love to do split stance squats on there, even regular squats on there. In my experience training people, so many people have so much dysfunction in their feet and lower body that using a machine like that's a terrible idea. And it's a very, and you could make that case for upper too, which I know that would be Justin's argument. Like Justin would be like, I would never do upper body on that even because kettlebells and free weights, so much better for the shoulder joint. And I know he'll come from that angle for sure. And I don't disagree with that at all. But I think there's less risk and it's less of a bad choice for like upper body stuff like shoulders and chest. Yeah. As I think it's a terrible choice for lower body for the reasons that I'm bringing up, that most people have weak ass feet and have terrible ankle mobility and have terrible hip mobility. And if you put it on a Smith machine track because you want bigger quads or target the glute better or whatever you're using it for lower body, I think you are really missing out on what most people really need to be focusing on when it comes to lower body, which is getting their feet stronger, getting better ankle mobility, getting more stability in the hips. And you are really losing out on that. And to me, that's the reason why I would never do it for lower body.
Yeah. I'll give you two exercises for lower body where if you have good skill, good technique, you're somewhat advanced, that I think are okay. Split stance. So like split stance, like a lunge or squat where the feet stay stationary, and a front squat. And it's not a traditional front squat. A front squat on a Smith machine, you stand, your feet are in front of you, almost like you're doing a hack squat, like a sled. So your feet are in front of you, you're kind of staying back with the bar.
Now you're considered obviously an advanced lifter, but I don't think I would ever see you do that.
Never.
Okay.
No.
So I've even cautioned saying advanced because you could be an advanced lifter and really good at lifts, but then you have a ton of dysfunction in your lower body.
Yeah, and I'm just saying you can get away with more when you're that advanced and you can isolate and squeeze, right?
I mean,
but I agree with you.
Yeah. Oh, also inverted rows. Body weight. Two things.
I mean, did I hit what your point would have been as far as like?
That's why I didn't contribute much.
I mean, that's
you guys covered it.
Well, I don't disagree, and I know that I think that's a very smart, valid point, and I just don't see why I would ever do that with a client. Now, does that mean though, okay, that today you're chalking today up as a lazy day, and it's one of I think where you get into trouble is when it becomes a regular thing, right? That doesn't mean like you would never catch me on a Smith machine. If I was going to do bench press day and every bench press was taken, the Smith machine was open, I haven't used Smith machine for bench in 2 years.
If all
there is cardio equipment and I'm on vacation and there's a Smith machine or something, God forbid somebody sees me doing it. But
look, if I'm bodybuilding where I'm just isolated, you'll see me use it. You'll see me use it for certain areas that I have trouble feeling. I don't even want to say trouble feeling. I'll use it as a way to get a pump and to kind of add novelty. But it's just I wouldn't place the Smith machine in the top 10 of,
I would just caution people from making it a regular thing, especially when you have all these areas to be addressing in your lower body. And that also applies for upper body too. If you have all kinds of shoulder dysfunction and you're using it too, it's also not a good idea. But you got all the stuff that you should be working on with your feet and your ankles and your hips, and then you're getting yourself on a machine. And that, by the way, that would go for a hack squat or any other machine too. I would just encourage body weight or free weight squatting, lunging, Bulgarian split squat. There's so many other step ups, so many other great movements that you should be doing and not neglecting instead of using the Smith machine.